Hey folks, this is Book Talk with Corbin. Good to be with you again. As you know, I am forever going through some books, reading this and reading that. Past week alone, I know I've bought like 5-6 books. Guys, in order for me to continue doing this, please make a donation. Go to my website, booktalkwithcorbin.com. Make a donation. Be $5, $50, $500, $5,000. Whatever you can spare, please do that. I just need that. I need that money really to buy more money, and also I'm going to have to start hiring some book reviewers. And of course, I need money to cover other expenses. But I love what I do, and I do what I love. And one thing I love doing is this podcast, Book Talk with Corbin. We also have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe to that. Check that out. Subscribe, post, share, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Today I want to briefly talk to you about a book called Hebrews to Negroes. Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. It is written by Ronald Dalton Jr. Ronald Dalton Jr. I've looked at some interviews of that author on YouTube. Interesting guy. Interesting concept. But you know what? Some people have said that this book has anti-Semitic remarks in it, and this book contains Holocaust denial stuff in it. I personally don't see it. Now, I'm not saying it's not present. I'm not saying it is present. I'm just saying to date, as I've gone back and forth in this book, I haven't seen it. I just haven't seen it. So there's one thing I definitely want to say, and I mean this very, very sincerely. If there's some folks who are saying this book was filled with anti-Semitic stuff and Holocaust denial stuff, please show it to me, chapter and verse. Because, Kyrie Irving was accused of, they were talking about the movie, same title, From Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. Folks, again, when people start saying, that book is filled with anti-Semitic stuff, you need to say back to them, hey, brother, hey, sister, that might be true, but tell me exactly what you're talking about. Show me in the film where it's anti-Semitic. Show me in the film where it's denying the Holocaust. And this is what I'm saying about the book. Show me in the book, because I haven't found it so far. It might be there. Just because I haven't found it doesn't mean it's not there. And it might be there. So just show me. Tell me. Email me. Go to my website, booktalkwithcorbin.com, and tell me chapter and verse where the anti-Semitism is. Okay, so having said that, I do want to share with you some things that this book does say I find absolutely fascinating. This is on check this out, folks, page 631. That's how thick this book is. Page 631. And I'm just going to start reading to you out of it. You've got the black woman out front wearing the pants, single, choosing mates with other races, while the black man is the effeminate or homosexual. Fact: more than 2 out of 3 black women are not married, and most black women who are dating black do not have a committed partner. College-educated black women are twice as likely as their white counterparts to not be married. When bad dating experiences with black men occur and desperation kicks in, it is not uncommon to see black women dating outside their race. In worst-case scenarios, the black woman ends up being single her whole life without kids or homosexual/bisexual. Now, I'm not raising that to say I agree with that or disagree with that. Some parts of it I definitely agree with, because I've seen it. And my wife would testify to a lot of what was said there. And other black women I know who are professional and college educated, they'll tell you that. But I just bring this up to say, look, there's more. Don't get wrapped up in avoiding this book because it is alleged that there's anti-Semitism in it. There might be anti-Semitism in it. I haven't found it yet. Or it might not be anti-Semitism in it. You know, I can't be honest and say I've gone through this 600 plus page book several times. I can't say that. But here's what I am saying, and here's why I read that passage. There are other things in this book that black folk need to read. There are other things in this book that black folk need to contemplate about. There are other things in this book that black folk need to discuss. And that's just one thing that I just read to you. I'm going to read something else to you. Okay. They're showing a picture of Lyndon B. Johnson. As you know, he's a Democratic, one time Democratic Party president. Okay. And it's quoted, "I'll have those NIGGERs voting Democratic for the next 200 years. That's what Lyndon B. Johnson was saying when he put in all those great society reforms. You know, all those welfare programs. He let you know what he thought about you, black folk. And guess what? Black folk, the majority of black voters since that time have been slavishly voting for the Democratic Party. Slavishly voting for the Democratic Party. Up to that time, you know, it was nothing out of the ordinary for black folk to vote for the Republican Party. It was the party of Lincoln. You kidding me? It was the party of Lincoln. Of course they voted Republican Party. Some of the most prominent black Americans, like Jackie Robinson, was a Republican Party. Member of the Republican Party. He's just one of many. It's only been of late that you have these Negroes running around here talking about, oh, you know, you can't vote the Republican Party, they're racist. Man, shut up. Go to that book, Ronald Kessler, Inside the White House. And Lyndon Baines Johnson, he knew what he was doing when he put in those Great Society welfare programs. Because he said, I will have those N-word voting Democratic for the next 200 years. Boy. Okay. All right. Here's another quote from U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson. These Negroes, they're getting pretty uppity these days, and that's a problem for us since they've got something now they've never had before. The political pull to back up their uppityness. Now, we've got to do something about this. We've got to give them a little something, just enough to quiet them down, not enough to make a difference. End quote. People. Oh, my God, it makes me laugh. I just love it when people are just so upfront and open about their attitude, but what they think about you, all right? And then we got these guys like Roland Martin out there and all these others. Democratic Party, I love you. Come on, folks. But, again, this is in this book, From Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. And I really think, I'm not too much into conspiracy thinking, honestly. But let me tell you, the real reason white liberals, and I'm not talking about classical white liberals, I mean radical white liberals, the white cultural Marxists, they don't want you reading this book. They don't want you reading this book. They're trying to put it on the level of Mein Kampf. They don't want you reading this book because the things like what I just read to you. It'll open up your eyes, black man, black woman, and white folks of good heart. You know, white folks who are truly, wanting to say to black folks, hey, we're all Americans, we're all patriots, we're all one. They don't want y'all reading this book. Some of the things that's in this book, it make y'all black folk think too much. They don't want that. Trust me, man. I'm reading this thing, and it is crazy. And here's the other thing that gets me. It's really not all that crazy. You know, when I say crazy, I mean that in a positive manner. It's just not all that. It's just not all that crazy. And you need to read it, guys. It's in page 636 to 640 Read those things. Here's some other comments they make. Here are 6 ways in which Lyndon B. Johnson War and Poverty Program increased fatherlessness homes, creating more tension between black mothers and black fathers. A man will reduce her income. Okay? Let me read what this book says about it. Welfare programs create disincentives for couples to get married because benefits are reduced as a family's income rises. Black mothers will receive far more from welfare if she is single than if she has an employed husband at home. For many low-income couples, marriage means a reduction in government assistance and an overall decline in the couple's joint income. This reduction of benefits can equal a reduction of 10 to 20% of their total income. Because so many blacks rely on welfare programs such as WIC, Section 8, public housing, EBT, food stamps, Medicaid, and public daycare, marriage for single mothers is not economically feasible, especially if they are taking care of multiple children. Folks, that's a direct, flat-out attack against black men, black fathers, black husbands. And there are some folks out there, they don't want you thinking like that. They don't want you to hear this information. So look, here's what I am going to say. Number one, let's hear some discussion on that. Do you agree or disagree with what this, with those few excerpts I just read? You know, what are your thoughts about it? What are your comments on it? Here's the second thing I want to say. Read the book, buy and read the book From Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. You can get it on Amazon.com. Get it. And decide for yourself if it is anti-Semitic. And decide for yourself if it's denying the Holocaust. And decide for yourself if this book has some things in it that's really good for black men and black women to read. And not only to read, but to think about. And not only to think about, but to discuss. This is Book Talk with Corbin. I'm your host. Please check out my website, booktalkwithcorbin.com, CORBIN.com. Donate. I need some donations, folks. $5, $10, however much. I also need some subscribers. Like. Need you to hit that like button. Okay, till next time.